So the setting up of the COVID-19 Regional Response Fund came about in really early March. The virus had already hit Seattle, and we knew that community foundations across the country would be rallying some response. One of the first partners we reached out to, of course, was the United Way. We decided that collectively we would contribute $1 million and seek other key partners in the community, and off we went. So we started out with $5 million in view. The ultimate amount that we raised was $7.3 million, so we far exceeded the goal of $5 million. And once we had the resources in hand, we knew that we needed to very rapidly and flexibly get the resources out into the community where they were needed. There were hundreds of organizations who benefited from this effort. Some amazing stories came out of this work. For example, we were able to move people living in homeless shelters to hotels, because obviously spacing is a huge issue in homeless shelters. We contributed to organizations that were getting PPE to people in their homes, actually delivering boxes of PPE. Just a number of amazing things that happened to support childcare, elder care, housing, food insecurity, all the basic needs that literally were life-saving. I think everyone was just really pleased to see that there was an aligned and collaborative effort where people could pool resources and get them out really quickly. So the heart of this generous city definitely came to life at the time. As we were trying to address this incredible pandemic that no one expected, we reached another pandemic, if you will, and it's related to racial equity. And as George Floyd was murdered and this nation cried out once again, with civil unrest against racial injustice, we recognized that we needed to be responsive to that as well. And COVID-19 as a pandemic showed us the incredible amount of racial inequity that exists in our community and nation.
We want what you want, to raise our kids in peace.
We want what you want, to provide for our families.
We want what you want, to live free from unjust prosecution.
We want what you want, to be treated equally, fairly, and just.
We want what you want, to truly see this as a land of opportunity. We want what you want, nothing more and nothing less.
The mural is a way to open up your heart, to listen, to understand why Black Lives Matter is a statement of hope, to understand the stories, to understand that we're no different than anyone else in what we want. It's almost a prayer. But I wanted to figure out a way to say it so people heard our heart and the meaning. So that's what it was all about, is how could I actually say it and people hear us? I never ask people to do what I'm not willing to do. So paying the artist was important because most of us get paid for the things that we love and we do really great. I felt like I was about to ask them to give their greatest gift, and people should be paid for that. Arts Wave and Arts Work and how they showed up. It was simply amazing. I said, I appreciate everyone's help, but I want 17 Black artists to lead each letter. And I want a very diverse group to help paint. But it was really important to me that the artist was able to speak to the poem and actually design the letter. That night after we actually unveiled the mural, I stayed downtown and I walked down there kind of late. It was a number of people out, but there was this white couple standing, and I actually went up to them. They didn't know who I was. And I said, "Do you like it? Isn't this beautiful?" And they were like, "Yes." And the gentleman was teary-eyed, and the wife was telling me he finally gets it. Because of this, he finally gets it. And yes, so I think that's it. People listened, people heard with their heart. The Black Lives Matter mural is really a bat signal. It says that we're not okay. So one day I hope that we can turn off the bat signal, and even if it's still down there, we don't have to shine it bright, if you will, that we're really just talking about the fact that we have arrived, that the data says that Black lives truly do now matter.